Hey everyone, Zaronce here. I wanted to make a quick little Battleground walkthrough video to kind of follow up on the Frosty K guide that I released last week. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, these are the talents that I run. I pretty much run these talents 90% of the time. I very rarely do any tech options, so this is just kind of a baseline talent build to go with. This is the Soulbind that I run. I run a many. I go with this path, I go with these conduits, and these are my stats. 27% verse, mostly verse mastery, a little bit of haste, a little bit of crit, and yeah, so before we get started, I'll just talk about setting up my damage real quick. So ideally, what you're going to do for max damage rotation or max damage opener, you're going to start with Abomination Limb, then you're going to pop Remorseless Winter, you're going to pop Pillar of Frost with your Frostworm's Fury on at least 2 targets, and that way you can go right into your Chill Streak, and then your Pillar of Frost's burst rotation, which is just Killing Machine Obliterates alternating with either Rime Howling Blast, or if you don't have Rime, then Frost Strike, and then right back to Obliterate, and vice versa, just back and forth. The other option too is that you can use Remorseless Winter before Abomination Limb, so that your Abomination Limb is just gripping people into the damage that you already have up and running. The other thing I'll talk about real quick is Fleshcraft. So you'll notice I didn't use Fleshcraft out of the start, especially in this battleground. It's a very fast-paced battleground, and so I want to be able to make sure that I get out there and get damage out. So I saw that rogue there. So I'm just going to pull him out. I'm going to stun both these guys, and that guy's dead, and there's no pets to Chill Streak off of, and so I pretty much don't get the opportunity to use Chill Streak, unfortunately. So that's, you know, a general idea of how I try to set up my burst. I'm going to try to pull these guys on top of each other in the hopes that I can get a good Chill Streak going. I'm going to have to go really defensive here, make sure I'm not blinding whoever it is that's healing me. But I think no matter what, I am pretty much dead. Yep. If I had one more global there, I wouldn't be able to Death Pact and maybe channel Fleshcraft, but that stun really kind of messed with me, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, I did a lot of damage in that opener, but not as much as a druid using Convoke. So there you go. But so now, you know, now that the game is settled in a little bit, after I res, I'll pop Fleshcraft. But I really find it important in the vast majority of maps, instead of using Fleshcraft out of the gate and starting 4 seconds behind because you gotta, or 6 seconds because you gotta Fleshcraft and then you gotta mount and then you gotta get to the fight. I think it's more valuable as a melee to get to the fight, establish the front line, peel for your healers, you know, chains of ice, everything. I really want to jump in there, but it doesn't seem like I have a lot of help. So we're gonna go for it. Right, so I have, oh man, they all just left this guy. Right, so I have damage up, right? I got the Chill Streak off. Right, so you see this guy has bot, but because Killing Machine now does frost damage, you can just go right through it pretty much. Still, it seems like this is not going to be a very favorable matchup. They have a lot of melee, which is not a Frosty K's strong suit. Frosty K is very much an anti-caster melee and not an anti-melee melee like a Ret would be. And so seeing a lot of Windwalkers, a lot of Rets is usually bad news. But we managed to make it out of there pretty well. And this is one of the reasons that Insatiable Appetite Conduit is so important for Death Knight. Death Strike healing is really bad. It's really bad. And so you need Insatiable Appetite Conduit to make it not quite as bad and make it actually kind of reliable for being able to keep yourself up, at least with the healer on you. You know, if you have that healer on you helping you out, then you can actually potentially survive. That looked like it was like a 12k Chill Streak on that guy. Now, orb stacks are involved there, but that is still nothing to scoff at. And if I push it any further there, I am going to die. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back and look at that chill streak because that looked pretty strong. Right, these guys are all lined up in a straight line, so I can literally stun all of them with Frostworm's Fury. Just another reason that that talent is so strong and that Frost Decay is so valuable right now. Often overlooked, I might add. So that's Karma right there, so I'm just gonna pretty much run away. And I got disarmed, so pretty much nothing's going for me right here. So I'm gonna pop Lichborn and try to heal up a little bit. That's my healer's Spirit Link, so I'm gonna try to get in there. I'm already low on health, so I'm just gonna IBF that. And now I have damage up. I can finish off this healer. I can wipe out their team. That's the that new Soulbind. I don't want to waste my damage, so I'm just gonna around the corner and pop that guy right in the face. Really not much you could do there. And this guy just wants to run away. So that's fine by me. Yeah, let's look at that. Chill streak, 13.5k. I mean, obviously orb stacks are involved there. I had all my burst up there. So this is what's great about Blinding Sleet, right? It doesn't break right on damage. So I can blind him. I can set up my damage. It's like he had that parry trait that is so annoying. But anyway. So Blinding Sleet is really, really good. It's really versatile. It's really liberating to be able to take that instead of Asphyxiate because you have your Dragon Stun. And so at the end of the day, the reason that Frost is so good right now is because you have a stun to set up your own, you have an AoE stun to set up your own Chill Streak goes. And Chill Streak is so strong. Oh god. That hurt. But Chill Streak is so strong that the ability to set up every other Chill Streak with an AoE stun single-handedly makes Frost that much more dangerous. You add on the fact that the AoE stun is not just everyone in front of you, it's everyone 40 yards in front of you. So you can stun their entire team. You know, you're in Eye of the Storm in mid in a big team fight, you can stun their entire team and get 3 seconds of unstoppable damage because their whole team is stunned. And they either have to trinket and be susceptible to, you know, a better stun 20 seconds from now, or a Cyclone, a Poly, or a Fear, whatever. You know, it really forces cooldowns, it forces panic in the other team. And Frost is just so strong at disruption right now. That's really what it comes down to. They're such a strong disruption class right now. Alright, so what I really need to do is connect with this Balance Druid so that I can get a Chill Streak on both of them. Alright, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that to bounce to both. But hopefully we can still be alright here. But it looks like the answer to that is going to be no. Yeah. But it doesn't matter, because we're smoking them. So anyway, so that's one of the reasons that Frost is so powerful, is your ability to set up every other Chill Streak with Frostworm's Fury, the versatility of Frostworm's Fury, the pure damage of Chill Streak, the versatility of Blinding Sleet, which is now an option because you have another stun available to you, so you don't have to take Asphyxiate. And then on top of that, Pillar of Frost. I mean, we haven't even spoken about Pillar of Frost with all the Obliterate changes. You know, leveling from 50 to 60, you got 2 different Obliterate buffs. And you have this new talent for Obliteration that is able to guarantee Killing Machine procs during your Oblit windows. And so the combination of all those things just makes... Oh man, they just walked right into that Chill Streak, man. What are you thinking? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh man. But so the combination of all those things gives you so much burst potential. It gives you, you know, you can either stack all those bursts together and get a huge burst window, or you can spread them a little bit, because Chill Streak, while it lines up perfectly with Frostworm's Fury, it does not line up very well with Pillar of Frost. Whereas Pillar of Frost lines up perfectly with Abomination Limb. And so you pretty much have 2 separate burst windows, 2 separate goes where you can land kills and put out damage. And you can see, you know, running with that setup, running with that playstyle, having that consistent burst where you either have a Chill Streak Frostburn's Fury go, or you have a Pillar of Frost Abomination Limb opportunity, and you can just alternate between the two. So every single fight you have at least one of those burst setups ready to go, if not both. You know, you are consistently able to land kills, you are able to do a ton of damage. I mean, you can out damage druids, you can out damage pretty much anybody in almost any map. You know, a map like Silver Shard Mines, where the other team is just perfectly stacked inside a cart for you to just cleave the hell out of them. I mean, the Frost is in a very good place right now, and I think that people get scared by the representation on Arena Mate, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Frost is in a great spot, especially in Battlegrounds. You know, the ability to have an uncapped AoE stun in a straight line for 40 yards is amazing, and it's so powerful. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I hope you found something useful out of it. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any questions, any feedback, leave them in the comments. I'd love to answer them. And if you want to catch any live games, check out my stream, twitch.tv/Zaronce. And I hope to see you there. So hope you enjoyed the guide, and hope you have a good whatever the hell it is you're doing.